Today we're talking 10 mistakes Asian parents make while raising their children. This is based off my article, which ranks number one for Asian parents on Google and got a lot of traction. A lot of people agree with them. Let's go. Number one, they pressure their children into a profession they're not passionate about. Doctor, lawyer, engineer. Sucks, but very true. I mean, they have good intentions. They want you to live well and be rich, but it kind of forces that on you to do so. Number two, they expect too much out of their children. You know how it is. They want you to be straight A, valedictorian, captain of your tennis team. And then if you do all that, they're not like, great job. They're like, okay, that's good enough. So that leads us to number three, they underpraise and under reward. So, rewards are a great system for building healthy habits, but instead of giving any rewards or praise for what you do, they just kind of do nothing. And then it creates a system where you're really just trying to avoid punishment. And then when you accomplish something, you kind of lose motivation because you don't get any rewards from it. Straight A's, okay, good job. That's all you get. Number four, they over-criticize and over-punish. So once again, these are generalities. Obviously, there's Asian parents who are much more cool, but many, in terms of just a general culture, they criticize, oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you cooked the rice too long, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that. But, when you look at successful people, Richard Branson, Gary Vaynerchuk, Sarah Blakely, they oftentimes will use praise as a form of, incentivization. People like to feel good. So always being critical is kind of contradictory to how to win friends and influence people. Number five, they don't emphasize the value of rest and recovery. So that means, it's always like on. Go to piano practice, go study. And while it does do a great job of building a exceptional work ethic, you can easily burn out from exhaustion mentally or physically or spiritually. The next one, they overvalue the academic education system and see it as the key to success, happiness, and wealth. While, generally Asians do better, they have better test scores, they earn more, and they generally do pretty well in America and other countries because of all these things. I think one side effect is that they funnel you through a factory system in a way where you end up being like a middle management person or a programmer and so forth, and you can end up rich but not happy because you can buy all this stuff, but it's like, are you socially successful? Are you socially happy? Do you enjoy your work? So there's that as well. And it's not really conducive to incentivizing you to be an entrepreneur or take your own ideas into heart. The next mistake, they care more about what others think of them. Now, to a degree, I think what others care about matters. Like if you just piss everyone off, you're going to get fired. People aren't going to like you at work. People are going to like you in life. But when it's to an extreme, when they're always bragging about what others think about them, or they do everything based off how others perceive them, or they give gifts and do things based off how the other Asian parents care about them, it can get maybe too superficial. It's like, why do you care what this person thinks, especially if you don't like them? Or, it's always this game of like how others feel rather than how you feel yourself. As Warren Buffett calls it, have an internal scorecard, not an external scorecard. If you feel good about yourself, who cares what others feel? If you did the right thing, that's what matters most. Then the next one is they have fixed mindsets. So oftentimes they sometimes have a belief that, okay, this is how life is. This is how smart you are, and you can never get smarter. Carol Dweck did a whole book on the scientific research that shows that having a growth mindset, saying, hey, I'm not good at this now, but with practice, skill, creativity, I can get good. matters. So, it's not, don't buy into the belief that, oh, just because I'm not good at this, I can never get better. And then the next one is they're risk averse. So by being so risk averse, they're just too scared to really let you do stuff like start a business on the side or quit your job, go into acting, which, while good intention, they don't want you to end up homeless. To an extreme, it can stifle potential massive gains. That person could have been the next Bill Gates, but you didn't let them start the company. That person could have done something better than just be middle management in Google or Microsoft, but you didn't let them because you wanted them to have an office job. That person could have been the next Bruce Lee. And if you read Bruce Lee's biography, he was only able to do this stuff because he was like, screw it, I am failing at school. Like, this is just what I want to do. And he moved to the US where he had much less control and governance from his parents. I don't think his parents even knew what he was doing. So, there's that. Certain circumstances create, that massive upside. And then the last one is they stay positive about what they care about, but they can be kind of negative or cold with everything else. Once again, these are all generalities. There are some really cool Asians out there and Asian parents, but sometimes I remember one time I did so well, better than normal in school, and I was so happy. I raced to show that report card, jumped on the couch. It was Friday evening. I wanted something. I don't know what it was, a trip to McDonald's, a toy. They just looked at it and they were like, okay, cool. Then they went back to watching TV. It was like, that's it? That's all I get? So that level of coldness, while in the short term can incentivize people to just seek approval more, in the long term, it's like, man, like, what am I even doing? I never get rewarded, so why bother? So those are, I think, the things that they can improve on. And by doing so, they can do even better at parenting their children.